Have you ever felt like time is slipping away? Like no matter how hard you try, success always seems one step ahead? What if I told you that the difference between failure and success isn't luck, talent, or even hard work, but two things that most people ignore every single day? In today's story, you'll meet a man who discovered the real secret behind success. Not in money, not in books, but inside a ticking clock. And once you understand what he learned, you'll never look at time the same way again. In the heart of a busy city lived an old clockmaker named Mr. Harold. His tiny shop stood between tall glass buildings filled with the soft ticking of hundreds of clocks. Every morning, people hurried past him, too busy to notice the man who repaired time for a living. One evening, as rain tapped gently on his window, a young man named Ryan entered the shop. He looked exhausted, a mixture of ambition and disappointment in his eyes. "Sir," he said, "I've worked so hard, but nothing seems to move forward. I want success, but I don't know what I'm missing." Mr. Harold smiled kindly and said, "You've come at the right time, son. I'll give you the two greatest treasures in the world, but only if you promise to protect them." Ryan nodded eagerly. The old man opened a small wooden box. Inside were two simple objects, a silver clock gear and a shining pearl. He placed the gear in Ryan's right hand and said, "This is time. It never stops, never waits. Every second is a chance. Use it wisely." Then he placed the pearl in Ryan's left hand and said, "This is patience. When things move slower than you want, hold on to this. Because real success doesn't happen when you rush. It happens when you keep going." Ryan looked down, half smiling. "They're just a piece of metal and a pearl." Mr. Harold chuckled softly. "That's what everyone thinks, until they waste one and lose the other." From that day, Ryan made a promise to himself. He began working tirelessly at his small startup, using every moment carefully. There were sleepless nights, failures, rejections, but whenever things went wrong, he remembered the pearl in his pocket. He'd whisper to himself, "Be patient. Keep building." Weeks turned into months, months into years. Slowly, his efforts began to bloom. His company grew, his ideas took shape, and his hard work started to pay off. But instead of celebrating, Ryan went back to the old city corner where the clock shop once stood. To his surprise, the shop was closed. Dust covered the windows, and a "For Sale" sign hung on the door. He peered inside and found only silence, except for a single clock still ticking on the wall. On its face was a small note written in Mr. Harold's handwriting. "Time and patience. They built everything you see today. Keep them, and you'll never lose." Ryan smiled, his eyes glistening. He realized that the old man had already given him everything he needed. Not wealth, but wisdom. Years later, when reporters asked Ryan the secret to his success, he simply said, "I didn't chase time, I learned to walk with it." And maybe that's what success truly means. Not running faster, but moving steadily, with patience and purpose. My friend, maybe you have your own dream waiting, something you've delayed again and again, hoping for the perfect moment. But the truth is, that moment is now. Use your time. Protect your patience. Because one day, you'll realize these two were the real treasures you were searching for all along. If this story inspired you, don't let it fade away. Like this video, share it with someone who's been waiting for the right time, and subscribe to SoulForge Stories, where every story reminds you your time is now.